Hey family, welcome back to another video on managing strategies and supervisory techniques. I remember when I was an entry-level employee, there was nothing I loved more than being dictated and told every little step of the process that I had been assigned. Nothing made me feel more complete than my boss coming to me and saying, "This is how I want you to do it, and I want you to do this at this minute, and I want you to do this at this minute," and standing over my shoulder and explaining every step of the process to me. That really made me feel valued as an employee. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's something that we like to call sarcasm. In case you haven't already figured it out, this week we're going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite subjects, micromanaging, and the problems that micromanaging causes in the workplace. So, first things first, what is micromanaging? Micromanaging is when a supervisor or manager controls every aspect of the team's work, often to a counterproductive degree. A few things that micromanagers tend to do is they constantly check up on progress, dictate every step of the task. They show little trust in team members' abilities. They overly involve themselves in the minor details. Some would say they like to get in the weeds. What are the psychological effects of micromanaging? How does micromanaging psychologically affect your team members? How does it affect your organization? Okay, micromanaging causes increase in anxiety for your employees. It shows diminished morale, lack of motivation. There's a lower level of innovation that you'll experience. Your employees, your team members, they're not going to be innovative. They're not going to come up with creative ideas. And overall, their job satisfaction is going to be very low. So, micromanaging doesn't just stop there. Some other things it causes is there's a lack of communication between team members. It causes strained relationships between team members. There's a lack of collaboration or an unwillingness to collaborate. All these things have negative impacts on your team and your organization's success. Psychologically, that's not where it ends. Some other causes of micromanaging is that the manager or supervisor, you're going to be wasting too much time worrying about those tasks and not being able to get your own tasks taken care of. It's going to slow the decision making process. Like I said, you're going to waste time dealing with tasks. So, therefore, anytime that an important decision needs to be made, you're going to have trouble making it because you're going to be too busy worrying about things that you probably shouldn't be. It doesn't allow employees to feel empowered. Everyone should feel empowered at their job. You should feel empowered in your position, whether it's working in an office, if you're in healthcare. You should feel empowered that you're doing a good job, that you're doing your job to the best of your ability. Your supervisor should be assisting in making you feel empowered because when the employee feels empowered, they make better decisions. They're more inclined to follow company policies, for instance. And when they follow company policies that were laid out by the company or by the organization, there's a greater chance that the employee is going to reach whatever goal the organization has set. You want to make sure that you put your employees in a position of power. Everyone likes to be in a position of power or feels like they have some level of power. So when you're micromanaging your employees, you rob them of that. Hopefully, you're not a micromanager. Hopefully, you haven't had to experience micromanaging. But if you are a micromanager, or if you are unfortunately experiencing being micromanaged, if you are a micromanager, you need to take a look at yourself. You need to reassess how you operate. You need to look at your team and say to yourself, okay, my team can handle this, especially if you picked the team. You should have picked a team that you know can handle whatever tasks you give to them. If you had no control over the team that you picked, if it was somebody other than you that picked the team, maybe your manager picked your team, you have to trust that your manager gave you the people to be able to do the jobs that they're assigned. And if they can't do the jobs that they were assigned, again, this is the time for you to revert back to my pyramid of success. And you need to train your individuals. You need to reinforce the training. And then you need to hold them accountable for the training that you reinforced on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. You need to do it often and make sure that they understand what their shortcomings are, if there are any, where their improvements are. Show them how to improve. If they're struggling in an area, show them what they need to do to make themselves better. At the end of the day, good managers have good employees. So the only way that you're going to be a good manager is to make sure that you give your employees the tools to be good employees. That's all I have for this week. Like I said, if you liked my content, rather, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. With Executive Edge, I'll be coming to you on a regular basis, giving you insights on how to be a better leader, how to be a better supervisor, how to be a productive manager. Until next time,